Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Rains, and I'm here with Sort 33 for Words Their Way. And I have 4 categories set up for you guys this week. We have fract, which means to break, flect or flex, which means to bend, ject, which is to throw, miss or mit, which means to send. So I have the 4 categories in boxes, and then underneath the boxes are the words that belong in that category. And again, same thing as usual, the yellow highlighted words are for my III group. Okay, so I have for my first category fracture, fractious, fraction, and infraction. Next I have deflect, reflect, reflector, inflexible, flexible, reflex. Next I have eject, injection, object, projector, trajectory, project, and reject. And last we have transmit, mission, emissions, submission, admit, permit, and submit. Okay, the first word is fracture. Fracture is the breaking of a bone, and it's actually a small break in the bone. So the sentence I have is the doctor said the injury was a fracture. Next, we have fraction. Fraction is a very small part of something. The sentence I have is she only completed a fraction of her homework. Next, I have deflect. Deflect is to cause something to change direction. So I have, I watched Captain America's shield deflect the sword. Next, I have reflect. Reflect is to show an image of or to mirror something. So the sentence I have is the clown house mirrors didn't reflect an accurate image of how I looked. Next, I have reflex. Reflex is an action that is done without thought. So the sentence I have is my leg kicked as a reflex when the doctor tapped my knee. Eject. Eject is to throw something out in a sudden way. Will the roller coaster eject me from my seat? All right, object is next. Object is a material that can be seen and touched. So the sentence I have is, the object was round and heavy. So I have a picture of a rock here. Next, I have reject. Reject is to refuse to agree with or to accept. The sentence I have is, I saw him reject the $5 tip we left him. Next, I have project. Project is a major task that often requires multiple steps to complete. So like your science fair projects, that's obviously a project. The sentence I have is, we worked on the science fair project for 3 months. You guys know all about that. Next word is transmit. I've been having issues with this PowerPoint. I don't know why. See, I actually did type the word, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Let me fix that really quick. Okay. All right, so the next word is transmit. Transmit is to cause something to pass from one person or place to another. So the sentence I have is, will the radio transmit a message all the way to China? So basically to send something. Okay, mission. Mission is an important assignment that typically involves travel. So the sentence I have is, the Avengers went on a mission to save the Earth. Next word is submit. Submit is to accept authority over something. And it says you should submit your journal work to your teacher on Friday. The next word, infraction. Infraction is a violation of a law or agreement. My mom said walking on the museum grass was an infraction of their rules. So breaking their rules. Next word is fractious. Fractious is difficult to control or unruly. So the sentence I have is, they fight and argue like fractious children. The next word is reflector. Reflector is an object used for reflecting light in a certain direction. The sentence I have is, the reflector on my bike helped the cars see me in the dark. Next word I have is flexible. Flexible is capable of bending easily. So the sentence I have is the gymnast was very flexible. The next word is inflexible. Inflexible is unwilling to bend or change. So the sentence I have is she was inflexible about changing the date of her party. So the other sentence was talking about being able to bend. You could also say that somebody is inflexible in that they cannot bend very well or easily. But also it can be applied to your personality. If you're unwilling to change something or you're not being very flexible about something, that's also related to your personality. So that's why it's a little bit different in this sentence. Next, I have trajectory, actually. I don't know why it's not. Hold on, let me go back. Okay, so trajectory is the word, and I did have it here. Again, like I said, this program is giving me problems today, and I'm not sure why. Okay. Trajectory is a planned pathway, a set goal, or destination. So the sentence I have is the rocket's trajectory was the moon. So the path that it was on was headed towards the moon. That was a trajectory. Next I have is projector. Projector is a device that places an image onto a screen. The sentence I have is we use the projector to watch a movie on the big screen. The next word is injection. Injection is the act of putting a substance inside something. So the sentence I have is, I received an injection of medicine at the hospital. The next word is emissions. Emissions produce something such as gas or radiation, so like pollution. The sentence I have is, the emissions coming from the factory seemed dangerous. Next, I have admit. It looks like this one. I don't know, it's probably okay. Admit basically means to confess something. Will you admit to eating the last cookie? The next one I have is submission. Submission is accepting the authority of someone else. So the sentence I have is, the dog was in submission to his owner. The next word is permit. Permit is to officially allow. And the sentence I have is, did the teacher permit us to go to recess? Okay, and that is the last word. So I'm going to go back to the first slide. And again, like I said before, we will be having our spelling test and vocabulary test this Friday. And these are the categories again with all the words on it, so you can take a look at this. But don't forget to do your journal work. We're going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow in class. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.